This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6, and it reads, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet." Matthew 24 and 7. "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akarkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. I say shalom to the Akim out there, and this is a sit-down lesson from ArabNews.com, and it reads, U.S. military may put armed troops on commercial ship in Strait of Hormuz to stop Iran seizures. Officials said the Marines and Navy sailors will provide security only at the request of the ships involved. The U.S. early sent a A-10 Thunderbolt II warplane, F-16 and F-35 fighters, as well as the destroyer USS Thomas Hutner and other warships to the region over Iran's action at sea. It says the U.S. military is considering putting armed personnel on commercial ships traveling through the Strait of Hormuz in what will be a underheard of action aimed at stopping Iran from sieging and harassing civilian vessels, American officials told the Associated Press on Thursday. Since 2019, Iran has sieged a series of ships in the Strait, the narrow mouth of the Arabian Gulf, as part of its efforts to pressure the West over negotiations regarding its collapsed nuclear deal with world powers. Putting U.S. troops on commercial ships could further deteriorate Iran from sieging vessels or escalate tensions further. The contemplate move also would represent a exclusionary commitment in the Middle East by U.S. forces as the Pentagon tries to focus on Russia and China. America didn't even take the step during the so-called tanker war, which culminate with U.S. Navy and Iran fighting one-day naval battle in 1988. And that was the Navy's largest since World War II. It says, Slovakia. Continuing on, it says, while officials offer a few details on the plan, it comes after thousands of Marines and sailors on the amphibious assault ship USS Bhutan and the USS Charter Hall and landing ship are on their way to the Arabian Gulf. It says those Marines and sailors could provide the backbone for any armed guard mission in the Strait, through which 20% of the world's crucial oil passes. Iran's mission to the United Nations did not respond to the request for comment from the AP about the U.S. proposal hours later. However, Iran's state-run IRN news agencies acknowledged the proposal, citing this AP report. 5 U.S. officials who spoke on the conditions of the anonymity to discuss the proposal acknowledged its broad details. The officials stressed no final decision has been made, that the discussion continues between U.S. military officials and Americans' Gulf Arabia allies in the region. Officials said the Marines and Navy SEALs will provide the security only at the request of the ships involved. One official described the process as complex, saying any deployment likely also would require approval to the country under which the ship is flagged and the country under which the owner is registered. So far, that has yet to happen, and it might not for some time, the officials say. At the Pentagon, Bridge General Pat Ryder was asked about the plan and would only say that he has no announcements to make on the matter. More broadly, however, he noted that additional ships, aircraft, and Marines have been deployed to the Gulf region, making it easier to respond more quickly to any Iranian provocation. That the effort by the U.S. and partners, he said, is aimed to ensuring the Strait of Hormuz remain open. There is freedom of navigation, that we are to deter any type of activity. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. Read it again for edification's sake. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Shalom. Hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of this recent news article from ArabNews.com. As it says again, U.S. military may put armed troops on commercial ship in Strait of Hormuz to stop Iran siege. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.